Hi, my name is Eli Bunyung. Welcome to another episode of our new show, Artopia, where we explore the creative arts and talk to amazing people doing amazing things in the city of Ipswich. On today's episode, we will speak with Dave Dunkerly, a director previously involved with the Ipswich Little Theatre's production of Once in a Blue Moon. He will discuss the many aspects of directing a stage show. Also, speaking of theatre, local actor Gary Kliger will give us an insight into what an actor's role details. If you are new to theatre, both Dave and Gary will reveal very valuable information regarding the performing arts.
Hi, my name is Grace Lofting. This week I am speaking with theatre director Dave Dunkerly, currently involved with the Ipswich Little Theatre's previous production of Once in a Blue Moon. Hello Dave and welcome to this episode of Artopia.
G'day Grace.
How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good,
yeah, glad to be here.
Fantastic. Well, let's jump right in.
Okay.
So you're a director of this show. What are the elements of being a director in a show?
Well, it starts off more than 12 months ahead of the show.
Okay.
You submit a play that you would like to do and it goes to a committee in the theatre and they decide if it's a suitable play or not, and then if it passes that, they'll put into a date for the next year. So from that time on, we start madly looking for actors. We put out feelers through the theatre and through places like Star Now and that, and with the input we get from people outside and through the theatre, we start looking at who we might be getting to auditions. They don't always all turn up, but at least we've got a bit of an idea who's coming. We select parts of the script we want read at the audition, and then we watch very closely in combination with a committee that comes along just to guide us, and then the director decides on who they want to work with for the actors. From there, we go straight into rehearsals. We start getting photos organised. We send all that through to go into programs and into publicity.
Once you're in the room and you're taking the photos, after that point, where do we go from there?
Okay, from there we go and organise for the lighting and sound techs to come along. We talk with them, they get used to the actors, they get used to the play. We discuss with them what lighting and sound effects we want for the play. The actors, of course, will be rehearsing in a different building at this time. And then they'll eventually come down and help with the aid of a whip, get the sets built. And usually the directors do most of that, and the cast just come along, give a little bit of a hand, get some used to the stage, used to the set. They take ownership of it then. What else? Okay, we get closer to the opening of the play. We move down to the main auditorium, main theatre, and then we start rehearsals there. We get them working on the stage, get them used to the stage, start introducing the sound and lighting effects, and then it gets to production, and that's where the director lets go.
It sounds like you have a lot of elements in this that you have to take control of.
A lot. We have to have our hand in everything from start to end.
Yeah, and even looking after the actors and their personalities in themselves.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So what do you look for when auditioning actors for your plays?
Well, it's very tricky because some actors like to audition cold, or you might have people who've never been on stage before, never acted in their lives, come along, and some of the best actors around absolutely audition terribly.
Yeah.
So you've got to take all that into account, see how they move, see how they sound, if you think that their sound is going to be suitable for the character. You start getting an idea because they'll start bringing little bits and pieces of character into there in the audition. And then you select from there and hope you've got it right.
Yeah, awesome. So, and now you've got all of your actors in the space and you have to create a rehearsal schedule. What's the director's role in that?
Okay, we start off with the initial play reading. We get all the actors together, all sitting around. They read right through the play, and then we start discussing dates. We usually start off with 2 days a week. And then after the first couple of weeks, we'll start introducing a third night for rehearsals. We get a feel for how they're going, how they're learning lines, how they're going with their moves, how they're interacting together, and then we'll keep it at 3 nights a week. Unless things aren't progressing as well as we'd like, and then we'll start introducing extra rehearsals.
Of course,
and see how it goes from there.
Yeah, awesome.
And just make sure it comes up to how it needs to be before opening night.
Well, you sound like a beautiful director and someone who holds the actors' hands throughout this process.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for talking to me today. So thank you for joining me on this episode of Artopia, Dave. Next we get to speak to Gary Kliger, a very experienced local actor who will give us an insight into the life of an actor. The things to know, especially for upcoming stars.
Hello, I'm Gary Kliger. I'm an actor at a non-professional level, I suppose. For many years I've been involved in musicals, I've been involved in straight theatre. I've done quite a number of musicals, including the old Gilbert and Sullivan. I played the Lord Chancellor in Iolanthe. I played the Major General in Pirates of Penzance 3 times. So yes, I've been involved in musicals. They can be good fun. They can also be a good challenge. You look at the audition requirement and they say, more often than not, don't sing a song from the show that you're auditioning for. So you have to find something that you think will suit what they particularly want to hear from you. But song choice is always difficult. Song choice is always something that you've got to, unless it's a song from the show, song choice is one of the crucial things in any audition, because it shows you as what you hope they are looking for in that character. So my advice is you look at the show you're auditioning for, you look at or you try and imagine what is a similar style of show if they don't want you to sing a song from the show, or what is the similar style of character that another song will be able to demonstrate. And you find that other piece of music and you work at that other piece of music. In musical theatre you have a director for the overall vision. You have a musical director who really concentrates on the music and the people delivering the songs correctly and technically correctly, and then the director would add in the characterful way of singing the song, whether it's for a leading actor or whether it's for a supporting actor. So generally speaking with musicals, you start off with the musical director going through the songs in a very technical way. Sometimes even line by line, sometimes word by word, sometimes chorus by chorus. Then with the choruses, the musical director will allocate the harmony roles to bass or whatever it might have, bass or soprano or alto, or whatever the score is divided into. Learning lines is one of the least fun parts of being involved in theatre, whether it's musical theatre or straight theatre or anything. You go through the script line by line by line by line and make sure as much as possible can that the lines are cemented in the brain, so that you don't hopefully have to go looking for them when you're trying to create a role. Of course you go into musicals and straight theatre for the enjoyment, since nobody's paying you for your time and effort. And yes, there is a lot of time that you take at rehearsals, and yes, there's a lot of time that you take at home learning lines and songs and whatever, but it can be hugely enjoyable. You meet a bunch of really talented people and you can have a lot of fun in the rehearsal room with the people involved, with the director, with the musical director, and it can be a really good social event as well. So yes, it's not all gloom and doom, it's not all hard work, and it does take a bit of time, but if you're addicted to it like I am, you make the time for it.
Our thanks to Dave and Gary for their informative commentary about the responsibilities of being a director and an actor. If you're interested in being part of a regional theatre, you can find out more about it by using your search engine to find out what theatre companies are in the city of Ipswich.
For example, coming up at Ipswich Little Theatre, a production of Deliver Us from Mama running from September 24 until October 8 in the historic Incinerator Theatre, Queen's Park, Ipswich. Or if you would like to further your theatre skills, Ipswich Little Theatre is giving you the opportunity to become involved in a directors at the Walter Burley Griffin Incinerator Theatre in June and July. You should book now to reserve your place.
You can head to ilt.com.au for more information. That's all we have for this week. Please join us next time for more creative arts segments on Artopia. Until then, it's bye from me, Grace Lofting.
And myself, Eli Bunyan.
Bye for now.